Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today we are playing Dire Alliance Horror, published or being published by Blacklist Games. This is a game that is currently on Kickstarter, and I am joined today with three significantly more important individuals. We will start from the least all the way up to the highest. Alex, you already knew I was coming to you. I'm joined with Alex from BoardGameCo, one of the hosts of the Quackalope podcast and a preeminent voice in the board game Kickstarter community. I also have Adam, the most successful of geeks, the moderator and one of the main contributors of my Discord community where we're playing this game. And finally, I have David Thompson, who is responsible for more than I've ever created in the entire board game world. Alex, could you run through the repertoire that David has?
Well, I mean, I actually have them right behind me over here.
If you could just grab them off your shelf in your core collection.
Sure, exactly. We have Undaunted and War Chest, and I apologize, David, if you've done more. Those are the two I know you for. Basically, those are both two incredible deck building / deck management experiences that, they're both really, really great games that involve degrees of area control, degrees of managing your deck, building up towards a goal, and trying to figure out the most efficient way to tackle your opponent in what is usually, but not exclusively, a 2-2, a 1v1 two-player experience.
And that is a core reason why, Alex, you and I are interested in and excited for Dire Alliance Horror, because this is going to be a deck building and sort of strategic or tactical game. It's got that hybrid of managing the cards that you're utilizing that control your figures on a board, paired with maneuvering around a terrain space, trying to take over different locations or monuments and perpetually pester and take down your opponents. David, I'm sure that is the most abstract description of your game you've heard. Could you give us a run through of what we're doing here in Dire Alliance?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, you guys have already said pretty much it, right? So
perfect. That's a wrap.
Whereas, yeah, that's it. We don't have anything else to talk about. No, but I mean, so whereas War Chest, you would probably call it like an abstract strategy skirmish game, and Undaunted would be like a war game deck builder.
Yeah.
Really, what Dire Alliance is a deck builder skirmish minis combat game, right? And so there's two ways to play it, right? The way we're talking about tonight is the battle mode. So it is head to head. I take my minis and you take yours, and we mash them together. But the way we're doing it is with a similar system to those other two games, right? So you're going to take your deck. You are going to control how often your character is activated. You're going to build your deck, and whoever builds it the best is going to win the game. So we can, dig as deep as you guys want, but really it's just beating your opponent with deck building.
Well, and we're going to get into the gameplay fairly quickly here just to show people how this is going to operate and run. A few things to note before we get into that. We are playing on TTS. That is where this game is currently, due to the state of the world, being play tested and prototyped and all of that. And so we're able to sit down with people from all across the country and dig into it here. This, correct me if I'm wrong, this will come with a plethora of beautiful minis that they should go look at on the Kickstarter page. Is that correct, David?
Yeah. This is a first time sort of project concept for Blacklist, right? So what you're going to have, the Dire Alliance Kickstarter concept is there is the Dire Alliance game, the board game, and then there is an accompanying set of Dire Alliance minis. So if you're interested in the Kickstarter, you can get either one, or obviously we want you to get both, right? So play a game with some really gorgeous minis. And then the other thing we should talk just briefly about is the game itself, the two different versions, right? So
absolutely,
we're going to talk battle mode tonight, head to head. But and that was designed by myself and Trevor Benjamin, who I worked with on War Chest and Undaunted. But the other mode, the raid mode, is for 1 to 4 players, so you can play it solo or co-op, and it shares DNA with the battle mode. A lot of the concepts are the same, but it's not a solitaire version of the battle mode. It's its own beast, where instead of playing some horrific monsters, you're actually playing the heroes battling the monsters in that version.
And this is going to be the version we're showing is a head-to-head 2-player skirmish. So people are probably wondering why there are 4 people hanging out. Well, I am just sort of operating the camera, making sure that this is as enjoyable of a TTS gameplay as we can make it. So you really get a sense of what this game is, what it is like to get down onto the table when you have the opportunity. David, you're here so that we can blame if we make any rules mistakes.
That's right.
Or
That's right.
Claim it as a rewrite of the rulebook. I'm fine with either, as long as Quackalope gets a tiny bit of credit there in the corner. And then we're going to pair Successful Geek and BoardGameCo against each other. Alex from BoardGameCo, you are playing the Grievers. These are going to be the grave digging folk. They're going to be harvesting body parts, bringing them back to their laboratory, sewing them together in a Frankenstein-esque grotesque nightmare trope, and bringing that sentient being to life if you're successful at your job, and hopefully using him to pummel the vampires into the ground. Successful Geek, Adam, you are playing the vampires, which are going to be focused on both protecting their victims and also harvesting blood and resource from their foes. Your abilities will unlock the more you're able to deal damage, gain blood, or what is it called? What's the actual key term there?
Sated. Yeah, being sated. Yeah.
So your abilities are going to be punctuated on the ability for you to satiate yourself and gather a little bit of resource from your opponent. That is the landscape of this game field, and from this point on, I'm just going to make jokes and film some stuff while you guys determine who is the best of the crew. Successful Geek, I do have to state you are representing Quackalope in this fight, so if you lose, we're gonna have to re-edit this so that BoardGameCo goes down. I'm putting a lot of stakes on this.
I have never been so motivated. Let me quickly read all of Satan's Successful Geek's cards.
I'm just out for a light snack. I mean,
there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a light snack. Honestly, you're doing a service to the community. These gravediggers are wreaking havoc upon these lovely townsfolk.
And they're horrifying. Like, look at them. Like, I've got a nice top hat over here.
You're civilized, at least. It's more than you.
I am fairly certain. If you just math this out, I'm pretty sure he's killing people, and I'm basically bringing them back to life.
No. He's gifting people external life. You are something about words. You are relinquishing them from the warm embrace of death. I think you're being significantly more cruel than he is.
In any case,
How do we get started here?
So in this game, we effectively have two sides, and we're trying to take control of 3 of your opponent's 5 control points over here. So over here, we have the control points on the side, and then we have my control points as well. And we're going to start with basically taking turns back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing my cards. I'm going to draw 4 cards in my hand, which is successful. I guess you can do the same. And we'll start playing those cards to take actions. So let's go through my turn.
An important thing to note, though, before we swing into this, each of you have a team or a squad of units. Your core team that are all going to kind of work together. And David, again, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this throughout the description. But your 4 core units that are going to work together are going to have a sequence of cards you can build into your deck that both activate them and are kind of their hit points in a way. That's kind of their life. So as they get damaged throughout the course of the game, you're going to be not only losing activations with them, but getting them closer and closer to the point where they could be knocked out permanently. Along with that, you're also going to have your special leader abilities. Now, these are meant to be standalone units on the game mat. They work in conjunction with your squad, but you can actually mix and match these figures, right? For instance, over here with the vampires, we could have the Countess, if she so desired, leading the squad of the Grievers in a different scenario, couldn't we?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You could mix the factions. Obviously, will stay together. The 4 people in the factions, they're synergized, so that they work, really well together. But the leader that the players choose, that's totally up to them. So you can essentially think of it as a sort of a draft where you're taking your faction and the leader of your choice to combo with them.
Very cool. All right, Alex, on to you.
Cool. So I'm going to start this off with taking some turns over here, and I'm going to start with the Experimenter. I'm going to drop that down into my discard pile, and because I'm in the same space with Dr. Kramer, I'm going to draw 2 Dr. Kramer cards into my discard pile as well, starting the process of deck building. And I'm actually going to do the exact same thing with my second Experimenter, drawing another Dr. Kramer into my discard pile, going with a very heavy Dr. Kramer strategy.
So you have 4 cards in your hand, and at the start of your turn, you're going to play 2 of those. You're going to pass it on to your opponent, who will be able to engage with 2, and then back and forth, so on and so forth. There is a turn order that one player could grab. That's going to be this icon here. What is that called again?
Initiative.
So that's going to be your initiative. The way you grab initiative is you spend a card without utilizing the ability. You just spend it basically as a resource, but it allows you to immediately take your second turn. So sometime throughout the course of this game, we may see either Adam or Alex play 2 cards, one of which takes initiative, and then immediately allows him to play the rest of his hand, the next 2 cards out of his hand. So, all right, Adam.
Okay, first
No
thing I'm going
pressure.
to do. Yeah. First thing
A
I'm going to do
little
is
bit of
I'm going
pressure.
to play my Devoted to get a couple more Devoted into my discard pile because I need my Devoted to sacrifice to my other vampires.
Now, this isn't
And then-
official, but I'm pretty sure that if you win, Blacklist Games are comfortable putting a Quackalope in here somewhere. So, I think so. No pressure. No pressure. Successful.
And then I'm actually going to play my Hypnotist and do the same thing.
So we're both doubling down and
Yep.
basically, okay, cool. So I'll take my second turn over here.
I think he
No
just
movement
copied
at
you.
all.
Oh, no, no, no.
pretty
He didn't copy me. He has different cards than me. So it's not the
Yeah.
same at all. I'm going to go ahead and activate one of my cards over here. I'm going to go ahead and activate Dr. Kramer. Now, last turn I activated Dr. Kramer, or I activated a different card to deck build. But now I'm going to activate Dr. Kramer to move. And in this case, that's going to involve moving Dr. Kramer and then using his or her special ability. It looks like a her. I can't tell. Someone's special ability to move the beast, which one? The beast, whatever his name is, Rutgar, with me. And then I'm going to play Dr. Kramer as well, repeating that action, except it won't let me play it. There I go, playing Dr. Kramer. And again, moving Dr. Kramer, and then moving Rutgar along with me. And that's my turn.
Kind of the glass cannon being like, come, Rutgar. We have things to do.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Kramer and Rutgar are a magnificent team because Rutgar rolls 5 dice, which is an astounding number. Successful,
And
are
that
you
is-
scared?
He only uses one fist, too, which is the remarkable thing about that.
Well, if you read my Unbroken vampire, if I can get her sated, then she rolls 4 dice twice.
Yeah, but to be sated, you have to attack.
Or I can sacrifice my Devoted to her.
That's actually pretty scary. I didn't look at that. Now I'm a little scared. Never mind. What's
So,
interesting is I did actually read your cards, and I saw that ability. I didn't notice that it was 4 as a starting point.
Yeah. She's pretty good. Okay, I'm
Good
going
thing you've
to
drawn none of her.
play her.
Great. Talking about that.
And move her 1. Because I don't even have to deal with Rutgar. I just got to deal with Dr. Kramer. That's all I really
that's
got to
right.
worry about.
Yeah,
That's a
totally
good point,
true.
too.
It's a very good point. It's a pity that Dr. Kramer does not have the ability to stay in the back and push Rutgar forward. That's a
I
pity.
know. And then I'm going to move my Hypnotist over there also. It's a pity that I can't go, hey, Dr. Kramer, come here, please.
Okay, and it looks like you're done with your turn, so we both drop to 4, and we rinse and repeat because you have not taken initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that in mind, I believe I will start with, do I want to augment my deck in any way, or do I really just want to Dr. Kramer smash you? I think I want to Dr. Kramer smash you. I think that sounds more tempting. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Butcher and move the Butcher 1 from here to here, and then I'm going to again move the Butcher, going from there to there, and it's to you, sir.
I like your squad that you have, Alex. You have the bearer who carries the body parts, the caretaker who kind of scouts and digs them up, the experimenter who's doing some of the side testing, like seeing if he can get an arm or a leg to twitch a little bit, and then the butcher who, well, I mean, namesake stands for itself.
Yeah, honestly, I feel the less connection with the experimenter. I don't know why. The rest of them I like for different reasons, but the experimenter just feels like he's a little bit too insane.
Okay.
He definitely
I'm
has
gonna
that look. Yeah.
I'm going to play the Countess to get 2 more of the Countess.
No, no,
And
no, sir.
then-
Why are you deck building?
And then I'll play the Devoted to move the Devoted up 1. And that's it.
I
Okay.
kind of feel bad for the devoted that he hasn't become a vampire yet. Do you think he eventually becomes one?
Nope. He's
No.
devoted. He's cultists never actually get what they want. They just
Yeah,
they get what they want. They don't get what they wanted.
that's
Okay.
a fair point.
On to me. I have the caretaker. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, David, but there's no way to really get cards back unless you have the keyword heal. Is that fair?
That's right. Yeah. It's very seldom can you get it back. So let's see.
Well, the Countess has
the
it.
the vampire.
Yeah.
The Countess can heal, and the vampires can heal if they roll their vampire die and get the heal result, which is only on one.
So in other
phase.
words, successful can
phases.
take damage and still get cards back, and I
And you
cannot. So I have to
can't.
play better.
That's correct.
I understand.
Mhm.
I will play better. I will be up to the task. Okay. With my next turn, I'm going to use the caretaker and the bearer both, and I'm just basically just going to both move them up one spot. I'm taking a multiple pronged approach here, attacking on all 3 different angles, so successful doesn't even know where to turn.
Okay, now I'm going to let's see here. Play my Unbroken and boost my Unbroken.
You're just stacking
Stop
that deck.
taking the unbrokens.
Holy
Because
cow.
remember, I can heal myself too. So the more
I like it.
You only get to heal yourself if you're sated. If I can take out all 5 of your cards before you get sated, that's it.
Yeah.
It's over.
True. That's true.
Yep. And then I will also use my Imperial and move my Imperial forward. That's it.
Cool. How many sides have a heal icon on this die? It looks like
I guess
2 out of
just-
4.
just
3
2.
out. 2 or just
Let's
no? 3
see.
of them. No, wait, 2. I can't tell.
It's just
It's
I
just
side
believe it's
5
just
and
one.
6.
yeah.
All right, cool. 2. Fine. 2's not terrible.
It's
1 in third
this
chance.
little candle looking icon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and draw 2 cards for my next round, and then shuffle my deck, or flip and shuffle, I should say, and shuffle, and then draw 2 more cards. Okay, and then it is my turn, and I believe the caretaker is gonna walk 1 forward because, well, she likes walking 1 forward. It's a thing she does here and there.
Now, remind me, how many different locations or totems do they need to take over in order to secure victory?
3 of the 5.
3 of the 5.
And now that my caretaker is in a spot with a grave, she's going to get an additional 2 defense. And then I believe I will use my other caretaker, now that my caretaker is there, to go ahead and harvest, which will allow me to, I know this one, to move a reclaim from the supply to my crypts. So I now have an additional reclaimed available in my crypts over here. And that should be my turn successful.
And so we'll just flip this to show that it's been unearthed, because you can only unearth each one time. And just to be clear, she only gets the +2 defense if she's in an unearthed. So she would get it here, but not here or here until she's
That
unearthed.
is sad, and I'm a little sad, but I will make do.
But you're good now.
I like that she's actively grave digging.
Oh, so basically she gets the defense when she's down in the hole.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
She's got the best defense in the game when she's down in the hole.
That's pretty good. Well, she's Tyler Rutger.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's special.
Which Rutger is ridiculous.
Rutger is very special.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's see here.
I believe he's win condition. Like whoever controls Rutger at the end of the game wins.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Honestly, the fact that the Countess has such an ability to heal makes her pretty decent as well.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay,
She's
I'm
basically
going
undefeated.
to
Like you can just keep moving her out. It's very different leaders. I like them.
my hypnotist there, and then move my Countess up.
So you're just really taking a non-directed, just build everything approach.
I'm glad he's moving forward though, because I was getting a little concerned with his lack of territory control.
Okay, are you done successful?
Yes.
Not that I don't believe in you successful. It's just I have a lot riding on this. David and I have bet $5 over text.
I think that you have some people over there that are moving forward. Just looking at your characters to see who has ranged attacks. Devoted has a ranged attack from over there, so let's just ignore that temporarily. And let's go ahead and take the bearer. And we're going to use the bearer, and you know what? Let's go ahead and move him forward. So we're going to move the bearer forward 1 over here. If I can actually grab it, it's not letting me grab it. Oh, there we go. Some sort of delay. Okay, the bearer moves forward 1 area, and then, or should I move to the left? I'll actually move to the left over here, out of sight, out of mind.
Convenient.
And then on Dr. Kramer, we're going to move Dr. Kramer forward because we don't have lots of Dr. Kramer cards at all. We'll move Dr. Kramer forward 1 and move Rutger forward 1 as well. And that's my turn.
I'm going to move my Devoted to right here. And then move my Imperial
Cool.
And I'm done.
Excellent. Looks like it's time to draw 4 more cards and repeat the cycle. So
So-
it's interesting. So looking at our various cards, it looks like my only ranged character is the Bearer, and your only ranged character is the Devoted. So as long as we keep our eyes on each other in that sense, we have a basic idea of what the line of sight looks like.
And Alex, for the sake of the viewer and then also the sake of Successful Geeks gameplay, could you thoroughly walk through everything you're strategically thinking?
I am having technical difficulties. Okay, so I got some cards that I don't want to deal with at all.
Oh, you must not have heard me.
I didn't hear you at all. It's the audio. It's off. It's a delay.
Wow.
I'll explain at the end of the game.
Shame.
Okay. So we have over here, we have this one. Experimenter may resurrect in the area any number of times. Resurrect. So resurrect is move or reclaim from your crypts to the indicated area on the board. Ooh, that is interesting. I like the idea of doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward with my Reclaimer 1 over here. And then I think I'm actually going to use, it's tough. I'm going to use my other Reclaimer to go ahead and add a single Gravedigger card to my discard. Did I take all of them? I took 1. Perfect. That's my turn.
I
I love how
will.
the Butcher, when the Butcher damages somebody, he effectively adds a dead body. He's like a literal butcher.
Yep.
He's like, there's a hunk of flesh.
Yep.
Move my Devoted over here.
Sure. You mean the person who can shoot? Like I just commented on? Good to know.
Yep.
I've now thoroughly established lore in my head where the Gravediggers are part of this tribe, but the Butcher doesn't actually deal with anyone that was dug up already. He just gets sent out when it's like, we really need a left hand, and we haven't found a good one yet.
Yeah, I mean, everyone pulls one for the team. They got their whole thing. The Bearer brings them
Sacrifices
home.
must be made for science.
Okay, and then I moved my Unbroken up 1. So
Excellent.
not much.
Very
Your turn.
tactically sound. I appreciate it. And now I'll walk you through my turn, which I do this.
Geek, does that sound condescending to you? Because it does to me.
It's fine.
Apparently, we no longer have connection issues. You can hear me perfectly. I'm going to play Dr. Kramer, and I'm going to just walk over this way. No particular reason at all. Just walking that way. Nothing to do with line of sight.
Oh,
okay.
And for the viewer, because you're mentioning line of sight here, an interesting thing that I think is actually really nice on the board, all of these little dots or pips that you're able to see are going to be indicators of line of sight for that little territory. So if you can draw a straight line, you can see through it. But some of them you'll see allow people to hide around corners or on the edge of the map. It's one of the friendliest ways I've seen to integrate line of sight in an easily accessible way without sacrificing the aesthetic of the board. I actually really like it.
Yeah, it works really well. It does. And for my second move, I don't want to do anything with my second move here. So I think I need to buff up some other cards. So I'll continue with my strategy of playing the Butcher and buffing up my Caretaker. And that would take it to you successful.
Okay, so now I will go ahead.
So I'll interrupt you guys real quick. So the Butcher would need line of sight to the Caretaker to bolster or to focus her.
Oh, I will not do the thing that I just cheated at. Apparently the Butcher cannot do anything, so the Caretaker will go back here, and the Butcher will move forward like he originally planned all along.
Perfect. We're not editing anything.
You still don't have line of sight, so.
Oh, I know. I'm just moving forward. Always move forward. Never take a step back.
Okay.
I think that advice is not good for strategy games.
Okay, I'm going to maybe card. Come on, card's not moving. There we go.
Yeah,
Okay,
I had that issue
I'm gonna move
earlier.
my Countess down here.
My Butcher will beat a hasty retreat.
Why is that?
No reason at all.
And then I will use my Hypnotist to boost my Hypnotist.
Okay. I really don't appreciate that rule about the Butcher there. Can we change? This is more of a playtesting experience, right, David? So we can adjust the rules better.
I think so.
I mean, ultimately, the goal of any game is to be fun, right? And I did not appreciate the fact that I couldn't do that.
It's a fair
vampires should always have line of sight because vampires can fly. So I think that's the way we should go with it, right?
David, listen, I know we've been texting back and forth throughout this whole thing. I'm willing to raise my bet to a tenor if you're comfortable with that.
Okay. So moving into the next round, I'll grab 4 more cards as well successful, I assume, assuming you want to play them. And I will again do what I totally actually, you know what? Maybe I should do that. Nope. I'm going to go ahead and move my Butcher one away from the avenue it currently seems to be. No reason at all.
Why would you do that? It's fine.
Nope,
It's perfectly
not
fine.
at all. And then I'm going to move my bearer forward 1. And that's your turn. Successful.
Okay, so now I will go ahead and play my Countess and move my Countess forward 1. I think. Hold a second.
I mean, she's
Yep.
gonna at least get 1 zone. You've got that locked in.
And then I will also.
I've changed my mind. I like the Experimenter. It's a late game play, but it can be done well.
He can be
My
really,
Hypnotist
really
forward 1.
powerful if he gets.
I only just realized how powerful it can be.
Yeah.
So successful, the
ridiculous, so
Experimenter,
powerful.
once I have all my Reclaimed in play, the Experimenter can activate any number of Reclaimed that it can see
Oh my
in
god.
1 shot. Yes, I've been playing this game
Oh.
all wrong. Can we reset?
That's pretty
Nope.
cool.
Nope, too late.
Okay, different strategies. I'm going to stick with my Rutgar strategy. Okay, you took both your turns, right?
Yep.
And you move that one forward.
I
There you
moved
move
my
that one
Hypnotist
forward there.
forward.
Excellent. Dr. Kramer is going to do the Dr. Kramer thing and move forward 1 to over here, I believe, and then bump this guy along with me. And this is where it gets interesting because Dr. Kramer is a little bit nervous about the next play it has to make. Or she, I still don't know.
I believe it's a she.
Yeah, I think it's a she. It's hard to know. She looks like a little, okay. It's an insane look. The madness takes over the features. Okay, so we have your creature over there. And I think, now Dr. Kramer, now Rutgar can be activated in any way, or you can only do basic actions. So Rutgar can only attack?
He can do anything.
So Rutger can take a control token.
Yep.
Excellent. So Dr. Kramer is going to do her second ability that I've never done yet, which is she's going to activate Rutgar to just move Rutgar forward.
And I like
and nothing else.
I like the title of that ability. Just oh dearest, would you please? It's kind of like a Bioshock-esque. Would you kindly?
It very is.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
Oh dearest.
Successful to you, sir. Not that you should be nervous at all.
No, I'm fine. Hypnotist. Hi there. I can see you.
Oh no, you don't. No.
And I'm also going to move my Unbroken forward.
Okay, so you didn't have 2 hypnotists in a row. That would really mess
No.
up.
Oh, that would have been horrible. Oh man,
That would've been
he would have had to have been sated to use his power though. But
That is much better. I like that plan much more.
Yeah.
I like this top hat.
That's why my devoted is over
his
here.
head around the corner though.
Okay.
Oh.
So I believe it goes back to my turn now. I'm going to draw a card, flip my deck, shuffle.
One of my favorite things about doing these TTS gameplays is just watching the publisher or the designer going, "What did I sign up for?"
Okay, so I think the only right move at this point is for Dr. Kramer to start with a move, and I think I take my first control token.
That's right. Yeah.
Nice.
Excellent. 1 for 3 successful. How's that? What do I get if I win? I know what you get. You get featured in the game by our rules, not anyone actually agreeing. What do I get if I win? Okay.
Nothing.
I mean, I haven't made any promises to you. I lose $10, which I think is a victory on your part.
I'm cool with that actually. Okay. So I think. Oh, I really.
David thinks I'm joking. Anyone that knows me knows if Alex loses, I'm going to just PayPal him $10.
I really don't like some of the I like some of the strategy I've gone for. I think I kind of screwed up in other areas, but the question is, do I double down in that screwing up, or I think I doubled down. I've never been one to give up. Okay, so I'm going to continue taking the caretaker. If it wasn't clear, I regret at all taking a second caretaker. Did I just take 2? No, I took 1. Perfect. And that's my turn. 2 successful.
Okay, so if I lose, then I won't call Alex out on whenever he's in a video and he says, "I'll get to that later." He never gets to it.
He
won't.
He never gets to it. Just consistently.
I said I won't do it.
Oh, okay,
my gosh.
Sorry. I'll cut that. Not.
Let's see here.
You are the most prolific board game media commentator that I'm aware of. You should start a channel that is just dedicated to commentating on other commentators.
You should do that. You should screen share what you're doing as you do it. Like, well, his Monday afternoon commenting. I'm heading over to Quackalope video. I'm going to comment on the fact that he missed an edit over there. I'm going to head over to BoardGameCo and talk about how this game actually ended up selling for less than he said it would.
Okay, I'm going to sacrifice a devoted to
Okay.
make.
You're satiating someone.
Yes, I'm satiating my unbroken, and so that goes into my graveyard.
And so these are your tokens. So you can put it there or on their token either way.
So my
Okay.
Whatever's easier.
I
And then
really
I
regret
will
so many things.
move my unbroken.
I'm so excited to see them come together. Just finally, just a dance of blood and venom.
Oh, this is going to be so interesting. I like it. Okay, is it my turn?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and play Dr. Kramer, and I'm going to move Dr. Kramer. And because I can still see Rutgar, I'm going to move Rutgar over here.
Oh.
So
Wait, you sated one of your characters?
Yeah, I sated my unbroken.
I'm going to change where I move Rutgar.
Wait, you knew that before you'd made that move.
I totally missed it. I'll happily go back. I will own it if you want.
No, you're fine.
Okay. And then with my second action, which I still in the middle of my turn, I will move my caretaker. And I think I will move my caretaker down one around the corner. And that will be my turn.
And just keep in mind, right now,
No line of sight. I'm aware.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Okay. So
yeah, that's why I moved it one way the first time. But in hindsight, with current events being what they are.
Yeah. Yep.
Geek.
I'm going to
murder him.
I will note this is the first time in the game that we have two characters on opposing sides in the same space.
I like it.
I'm going to attempt to use my devoted, since I got him back, to attack Dr. Kramer.
Do you have line of sight? It looks like you do. Darn it.
Yeah.
That was not the plan.
Mhm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so your devoted rolls 2 dice in attack.
Yep.
And Dr. Kramer rolls 2 dice in defense. I like those odds.
I
don't like those odds.
1 damage.
Ties favor the attacker.
No! Are you serious? When in board game history has that been a thing?
We wanted to promote attacking. Go on turtling.
Wow. Okay, are you ready to roll? I'm ready to roll.
I just rolled.
You rolled.
Yeah, I rolled 1. It's only 1 damage, so you just got to defend.
Just got to defend with nothing, right?
Oh,
Nothing is good for you?
Good defense. Good defense.
Okay, so now I go through my disc. I have no hand, so I go through my discard pile and I get rid of one of the cards. Correct?
Good.
Okay.
Deck
first. Oh, deck first.
That
is
is
forced.
nice.
I don't like that at
That's
all.
awesome. I love that.
That's great.
Okay, so and then the card's removed from the game effectively, right?
Yeah, it's removed from the game, and then obviously
Yes. I have to shuffle my deck? Okay.
Well, man.
Okay, I'll move this off far over here. I don't like anything that just happened successful.
I'm fine with it. I don't.
Okay.
Oh, and so technically she is knocked down. So
that's right. And then
it doesn't make a lot of difference, but it could.
it can. Okay.
Now
Cool.
explain, because that's the first time we've came across that element of the game. So take a second to explain what's happening there.
Yeah. So earlier when Rutger came in here and controlled this area, Rutger would not have been able to take control if an enemy had been in the space. So the enemy would block his control action. The only time you could do that is if the enemy was knocked down, in which case they would not block control.
Gotcha.
The other effect that the knockdown has is, like, let's say in this situation, the Rutger wanted to leave, right? He would give the Imperial an opportunity attack, but if she was knocked down, he would not.
So you can
provide her that
punch someone in the throat moments before leaving. It's an effective strategy to get out of a room without an awkward conversation.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Now for my second action, I'll play my unbroken and right here.
Oh.
No.
I like what's happening.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's winning. He's winning, right?
I think I am. I will do what I need to do, sir. I really don't like anything happening here. Okay. So I believe we draw our cards now.
Yes.
Okay. This really, I do like the whole Rutgar thing of the weakest character in the game going along with the most powerful character in the game. Now, I cannot take a control token unless there is as long as there's an active character in that spot, correct?
Right.
Don't like that. I don't like that rule.
Oh, dearest, please come back. I've been punched in the throat.
Okay. So the problem is you potentially have anything. You have too many cards for me to reliably predict any strategy. And the problem is Rutgar is just a sitting duck without the doctor. I do not like this at all.
He's got 5 defense, so it's not much that I can do to him.
I know, that's the thing. Do I want to retreat or do I want to push this forward? And I think that there's an expression I can't remember, but something about fortune favors the bold. That's the one. So I'm playing Dr. Kramer.
Ducks favor the pond.
Ducks favor the pond, indeed. And Dr. Kramer is moving this away, in which we will now go ahead and Dr. Kramer, after moving, now I can move Rutger out of the zone if I wanted to, but that would be silly because, well, then Dr. Kramer would be exposed. So I'm going to go ahead and attack this Imperial over here, which I believe means I'm rolling 5 dice to your 3.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, it's not, but I just played a game this past weekend where I pretty much rolled the worst possible thing.
Did you play a second Dr. Kramer card?
Not yet.
Because you just moved.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So you would have to play a second one.
I activated Rutger.
It's
you can
only
only
if
move.
you moved, you can only move with Rutgar.
Yeah,
You can tell him to
yeah.
come with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. I will reluctantly stay where I am and roll dice against you.
okay. I don't like.
But
oh
you
God, he's
can't-
got 2 Rutgars. Or
You
2
can't
David.
do that.
Oh,
because
I
I'm
can't
not.
see
Sorry.
you. No.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
I've got you, David. I've got you.
This is horrible. I don't like anything but this at all. I
Fine.
think with
Can
that
that
new
be
knowledge,
the Kickstarter quote? BoardGameCo. This is
I
horrible.
don't like anything with
I
this at
don't
all.
like anything
No,
about
I love
this
it.
at all.
I love it. Put it on the page. Okay. Dr. Kramer is terrified because my whole entire game plan is basically over. I think Dr. Kramer will. I'm terrified. I'm just straight up terrified. Jeez. I'm gonna walk this way, and I think I'm going to move Rutgar this way, which allows you to make an opportunity attack.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna roll my 5 dice, so
Yeah, you get
go
5,
jump in a lake.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
I'm rolling. I'm rolling on a river.
1, 2,
Whoa.
3, 4.
Wow, there you go. Nice. I mean, Sorry.
A really
So
good
now
attack.
what happens to Rutgar when he gets damaged?
Rutgar makes it into here, but he gets flipped over.
Okay. I think I may have accidentally
And
unflipped
so-
it at the same time.
As soon as they activate, you flip them over automatically. But you'll have to take an action to flip him back over. It takes an
And
entire
the worst
action
part
for
is I
Dr. Kramer to flip him.
believe that Imperial gets sated.
Yep.
I hate this game. Okay. You can put that lower down the page.
Fantastic game.
If there's any silver lining at all, it's that these are completely undefended from Dr.
Oh,
Kramer.
there's a reason I had it that way, but I mean the silver lining is, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take the caretaker, and I think I'm gonna have to rely. I'm trying to figure out, do I push my advantage? I have no advantage. I'm gonna take the caretaker, and I'm gonna walk into over here and call that a day for right now. To you,
Okay.
good sir.
You sure?
I mean, do I have a choice? If we can skip your turn, I'm cool with it.
No boy.
You have 2 unbrokens, don't you?
No, Imperial.
Oh my
Imperial.
goodness.
Holy cow.
Wow.
I think Successful wants to win this game by sheer domination. Not even
Yeah.
worried about taking over your zones. Just wipe out everyone, and then you can walk into them.
That's the easiest way to do it, right?
I had
I mean,
strategies.
Beat everyone.
Easiest is a subjective term.
Well, the one comforting thought I have is the fact that I do not think he has another of those 2 cards in his hand, and we would have played both of them at once. So that's my one comfort, which gives me a little time to react. Okay, so the bearer is going to go ahead and move forward. I'm going to play the bearer to move forward. In fact, interesting. So that I can draw a line of sight from these 2 zones. Okay, so I'm going to first play my experimenter in order to draw a bearer card into my discard, and then my bearer is going to move forward.
You could draw 2 bearer cards into your discard, couldn't you?
Not with they have to be in the same zones to do so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, and that should be your turn.
Cool. Okay, so now let's see here. Where's the line of sight? Right there. No, that kind of crosses the land, so that's not line of sight.
Oh, he has 2. Oh my gosh, you have 2 of those cards. You have 2 devoted in your hand. It's not like
Okay.
it matters now. It's not. My turn is over. I can just watch at this point. Deducing doesn't help me win.
I'm going
Well,
to.
I mean, it doesn't help you lose either.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
take
you know
that
what?
back. It might help you lose.
So where's your bear at? He's over there.
Nowhere important.
I'm going to play my countess to move here,
Mm,
and then
Oh,
I
you
will
don't
play
have
this
2 devoted. Okay.
to take this.
there you go. Nice.
Nice. I was
Oh.
wondering when that was going to happen.
Oh no.
I have literally been waiting all game for a first place token. Yes, and that is a great time to do it.
Nope.
Holy cow!
Nope.
I might not get the cards I need, so
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but that is
Nope.
still such a
Nope.
good time to do it.
Nope. Nope.
okay. Time to draw 4 cards. Let's see what I get. Okay, so Unbroken to attack Dr. Kramer.
Oh, this is gonna be brutal.
So I basically it's just it'll count as 2 attacks. So it's 4 dice plus my vampire dice.
Alex, what happened? Are you frozen?
I'm hoping.
Ready to roll your 2 dice in defense?
Sir, you rolled 2 dice against me? I apologize, it's frozen. 2 dice in defense. Where did you attack me? You attacked me.
Oh
you don't
my
even need to
God.
roll.
My
You don't have
God.
to roll.
I don't have to roll. Wow.
What?
He didn't hit.
Successful
He didn't hit.
Successful geek. You're representing Quackalope. I know
He's
I
done a
roll
fine job.
I roll
Exactly.
bad dice.
I'm rolling like you.
Well, you get the second
Stop.
attack. You get the second
Holy
attack. So
attack.
cow.
that was amazing.
That's
I
many
mean,
dice you
Not
rolled.
great.
David,
1, 2,
what are
3,
the odds
4.
of rolling only shields?
Wait. It still would have been 1 attack because my vampire dice add these results to the defense still counts as an attack on the vampire dice. Oh no. Never mind. It's
In the
just,
second roll, I just rolled no defense if it matters.
well, I
mean,
hit for 3, but it's still only 1 damage, right? It's either
I'm still
Yeah,
stuck
damage
on
or
that
not.
first one. I don't care where you guys are headed in this game.
So I go to my deck first, right? I go to my
Your
deck.
hand first.
Oh, my hand? Well, we can ignore that. So
okay.
I'm going to
then
search through
you
my
get to your
deck.
deck.
Okay.
I like that too, because if you get an early attack, you get a little bit of insight into what they
Search,
might be
search.
doing.
Yeah.
Why can't I search my deck? Oh, because it's a single card. Interesting. Well, that's who's drawing that card? Someone drew the card into their space. I have to draw the card into my space and figure out what it is. And it is Dr. Kramer. So there goes my Dr. Kramer activation out of the game. This whole Dr. Kramer strategy was working beautifully.
I mean, I
makes him
was
not
thinking
count,
it
right?
might be a problem to have your butcher, your experimenter, and your bearer slightly far. Well, I mean, actually, your caretaker and bearer all hanging out around the graves.
So you still have 1 play.
Yeah.
I was going for the
next
aggressive
play-
move. I wanted to rush in there with Utgar or Rutgar. I don't even care about him anymore. He's dead to me. Jeez.
I mean, should I start getting tattooed tally marks of every time we beat BoardGameCo at a gameplay?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now,
Yeah,
you got
sure.
what? Nothing. You don't need any of them.
I believe I destroyed you in person a few times.
There is no video footage of that at all.
But there is.
I'm going to move my countess.
Oh, that's not good. I forgot that you actually could also do stuff.
Okay. 2-pronged attack.
So
Your turn.
on my turn, I believe I will start with the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. I'm going to dump into the countess's zone because the countess is a mere 3/4, right along with my butcher, and hopefully I can counter you to roll horribly. Hopefully. And then for my second action, that's the tricky one because you have a whole lot of people that I don't like. Okay.
And you're now contesting that zone, so unless she takes a strike at you, she won't be able to take that gravestone.
Yeah,
You mean a
I'm going
vampire
to go
who would
ahead and with my bearer, I'm going to activate for the first time one of my little creatures here.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
Yeah, they exist. They're a thing.
The reclaimed.
I haven't been utilizing that strategy at all. I've been going with the Rutgar strategy, just heavy.
Yeah.
And it got me a control point. The question
That's
is, will
true.
get me the game.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, where are technical difficulties when you need them?
Did you know Successful Geek has never lost at Uno?
I mean, okay. Is there
Fun
like
fact.
Okay. I'm gonna take my hypnotist. Hi there.
hello?
Mm.
And attack my hypnotist.
So
Not the
that's gonna
greatest,
be
but
a two damage. Who are you attacking though? They were claimed to
what's
have lower defense, but also lower benefit to actually attacking them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for your bear.
Okay, well, I don't like
You
you,
get
but
3
he
defense,
will roll
right?
3 dice. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
We'll
move
try
these off
though.
to the side. Let me roll my 3 dice over here. Roll,
Three
Ooh.
attack.
roll. I
Nice.
get
Ah!
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You're very attacky. You're very attacky.
I get all the attacks. I'm just promise I'm defending. I got no hand. It's not my hand. It's not. I have no deck. So for my
You
discard.
gotta get on the offense.
The hypnotist is sated.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
This is really
So-
bad.
Yeah.
Come here. Come here.
Okay.
Now those satisfied marks move away when they take damage, though, right?
That's right. That's
Yes,
correct.
indeed.
So all you have to do is punch them once.
Yeah, it's easy.
Totally. I'm going to go ahead and use my caretaker to go ahead and unearth that second grave over here. So she's going to harvest, I believe, which means she adds another one to her zone. So we
Mm-hmm.
flip that. Okay. Then the experimenter, particularly worried about everything that's happening in this game, is going to go ahead and I don't know what to do here. I mean, I know what to do, but I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and activate the experimenter to generate 2 of these tokens over here. I can resurrect or whatever it's called. I can
Nice.
resurrect in the area any
Nice.
number of times.
It's pretty good.
It is, but I'm a little worried.
Well, you're having to change your complete strategy from the beginning.
Yeah.
I think, but I think board control and defense is going to be. I mean, I think you're going to have the numbers on your side at least.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the
Big
goal.
factor.
They keep coming back to life.
Okay. Ready to draw 4?
Yep.
I cannot wait to quiz David on how poor both of your strategies were.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Normally I ask at the end of the game, we do our final thoughts segment. We talk about like how people that, have no affiliation with Quackalope view the game and what they think. I'm going to skip that entire part. I'm just going to say, David, listen, what did you observe on both of these playstyles?
I'm attacking Imperial. I'm attacking Dr. Kramer.
I can't imagine why.
Okay, I got 4 my 3 dice plus my vampire die.
Oh, I flipped them and rolled them. Whoops. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
2 attacks. 2 attacks.
No,
Okay.
this is my Imperial. It's just 1 attack.
Okay. And then Dr. Kramer goes out for my hand, which means effectively I've lost an action, correct?
No, you immediately get to draw a card into your hands
Okay.
from your deck.
Okay.
So not as punishing.
Still good though,
It's terrible.
because it removes a guaranteed Kramer activation.
Right. Exactly.
If
And
you
then-
take down Dr. Kramer, I mean, that is a big step.
That's my whole move right now.
You know what? I want that quote on the page. I don't like this game. I don't like anything about it at all. We can make it
Now
happen.
I'm going to attack with my Countess against your Butcher.
That seems reasonable. So I roll 3 dice to your 4. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
1.
I mean, if you miss this one,
He
1.
missed his attack.
attacker wins.
nice.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
now my
only rolling attack. These
every-
dice are the blue and red dice are the same, right?
My Countess is sated now.
Okay.
To be
Everyone
fair,
is safe.
other than that one horrible successful geek roll, everything's panned out in the way that I kind of expected it to.
This-
And actually, that was my 2 turns, so I'm good. So. Okay, now let's see what
Shuffle
happens
my
to
deck.
me. What horrible things happen to me.
Also, strategically speaking, not for this game, but for the Kickstarter, a quote like that on the page as a testimonial is going to have people asking questions.
That's
That is
true.
the best testimonial you can possibly get.
Especially for a horror themed game.
Okay, so I need to think through my turn because, well, I don't like anything about this at all, as I've said a few times now. Okay. It's harsh. It's harsh. I think I need to retreat and pivot. is what I'm going to do over here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take my caretaker and walk back a step, and then take my caretaker and walk back a step. I'm gonna call
Okay.
actually
A tactical retreat.
no,
is
it's
what
my
we call
second
that.
caretaker. No, a second caretaker, because I'm in the same zone as the experimenter. I'm gonna draw 2 experimenter cards to my discard.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
apparently need cards in my deck because they're slowly disappearing.
Well,
What could be
And that-
causing that?
I have no idea. Successful.
Okay, you ready?
One important thing is that the butcher is knocked down, meaning
Yep.
he doesn't block.
I
entry.
get knocked down. I won't get up
Oh,
again.
so he doesn't block me from
That's
taking
right.
the-
That's right.
Which I
Countess?
guess is the next move.
I want to attack more, but I'm like, I need to try to play to win too. And then my hypnotist will go ahead and attack though, but he's not that strong, so you don't have to worry about that.
Don't like this.
Okay.
And who did the hypnotist hit earlier? The
He hit
Gregor. Bearer.
Gregor.
can
I don't know
we
why I
can
call
we
it Gregor.
establish a second quote for the Kickstarter page, which is going to be from Quackalope? I am so glad I'm not playing this against Successful Geek.
It just worked out. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, I have to roll one more die. Sorry. Actually, I rolled those 2. I'm rolling one more die.
Oh, a heal?
Yeah, but I have nothing to heal, and
Can
I
you
didn't do
not
any
bring
damage.
your
I have 3
Oh.
not bring your
successes.
devoted back?
No,
'cause
no,
it
he'll-
has to be yourself.
it would have to be it'd have to be just healing himself.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I actually walk away that one unscathed. Well,
Yep.
unscathed is a relative term. And I believe we draw. No, it's still my turn. Interesting. Now I have options on the table. Options on the table, indeed. I think how many cards I have in my deck. I have that. Ooh, decisions. I think I'm going to go ahead and play the caretaker and walk 1 over here, and play the caretaker and walk 1 over here.
Just that tactical retreat.
It's
digging
not
a
a
grave.
retreat. It is a I don't have anything clever.
Retreat-ish.
Okay, I
At least
believe we
took
draw cards.
away one of the graves. That's good. Okay, draw cards. And whose turn is it again? Oh yeah, it's still mine.
You know, one interesting thing that I've just started to realize, because we're discovering this game as we play it, because Successful Geek has that first player marker, he actually in a way puts himself in a vulnerable position because at any point Alex could double down and make a big move. I like that.
I've
I like
realized.
that pressure point.
It is. Yeah, I liked it far more. Well, I don't know, because I was gonna say I liked it far more earlier, but that's nothing to do with initiative. That's because of Rutger.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so
To
let's
you,
see
sir.
here. I will Unbroken to attack Dr. Kramer.
Okay. I'll roll
See
my
if I
2
can actually
dice.
do some better damage. 1,
Mm.
2, 3.
2 successes. I believe Dr.
Oof.
Kramer is losing a card, which is actually good this time because I actually did not. I gave up on Dr. Kramer, so then I can get rid of a card from my hand and immediately draw another card, which is much better for me.
And then
And you can attack again because you've got
oh yeah, I forgot, yeah.
Crusader.
So, yep. It's only
Who are you
2.
attacking? Talking Dr. Kramer? Okay, cool.
Dr.
2.
Kramer, yeah.
Okay. Dr. Kramer is going to roll dice, not expecting much because the rules have not. Nope, there we go. And then I'm going to search through my deck, I believe, and take out my last Dr. Kramer card. But
Now-
you still have to actually kill him.
Yeah,
Another
one more hit will take her off the board.
But that
And remember, you add the 2 dread cards. That's the
Wait, what I do?
thing.
What I do?
If she comes off the board, if she's killed, not only does she come off the board, but you add 2 dread cards to your deck.
She kind of
and those are dead cards, right? So the
Yeah,
only way
that
to-
I've
muddles
been looking
up
at
your
these dread
deck.
cards, and I've been wondering how they enter the play, and I'd rather have
Right.
not found out that way.
Now, but also because there's no more Dr. Kramer cards at all, it's a non-threat. And same with
Exactly.
Rutger. Like they're
Correct.
they're both completely non-threats.
She should be flipped over, right? So she does
Yeah.
not generate opportunity attacks.
So I can
You could
hurt
ignore
him
her
by
if you
adding,
wanted.
yeah, by adding Dread to his hand, I can definitely hurt, or Dread to his deck, definitely hurt. But unfortunately, I don't have any other cards to attack there just yet.
wow.
So let's see here.
Whew.
I will.
I gotta start
I'm
remembering to say I'm
so
busy
proud.
when I'm invited to games.
I will move up this guy. I devoted.
Okay.
And just in my mind, because I visualize way too much things, I'm just seeing like shovels slamming against vampires' cheekbones and like graves being filled with like one vampire claw sticking out of it. Like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, the tokens on the board are fine, but the minis are going to make
Oh, the
the-
minis are gonna be
yeah,
gorgeous.
it's going to blow it up.
Get minis on this board, get some dynamic posing and everything like that. It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got nothing that we like here, but we got to take our turns. So I think my bearer is going to start and he's going to flip over. He's going to take a turn and he's going to use his action to activate, perform a basic action, then activate a reclaimer that the bearer can see. So I think, can we see from here? We could, right? This can see there. So
Yes.
I'm going to move here, retreating, tactical retreat. Oh, wait, if I retreat, he can attack me, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I will not retreat, but I can attack him twice. I can attack him and then attack with the thing.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I think I'm going to do one better then. I'm going to use the bearer to attack with a ranged attack. Can you use a ranged attack against someone in your area?
No, not
Good
in
to
your
know.
area.
So I will use a ranged attack against his devoted, rolling 2 dice.
My devoted has 3 defense.
I roll 3 defense. It's all good.
Okay.
This is how it works. I told you I'll start rolling defense when I'm attacking. Okay. Then I will use using that same action. I will use my reclaim to attack your hypnotist with 3 attack dice.
I've got 3 dice plus my 3 defense plus
Oh my goodness.
oh my gosh.
Wow.
I told you. Okay. It's good. It's all good. I have another bearer.
Ooh.
I'm going to repeat that exact
This
same sequence.
is
with
the exact example of why I both love and hate dice in games.
No, this is
they
this is good.
elicit the best moments contrasted with the most shocking moments. It's incredible.
I would have hated it if I had a
dice.
failed attack, but having this bad of a failed attack, that is video right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attack, doing my ranged attack against your devoted, same exact sequencing with exactly the same dice rolls.
Oh.
And then I'm going to attack with my reclaimed, using exactly the same sequencing with exactly the same dice roll. I'm just waiting for this to, there we go, my thing. Okay, Zach, same 3.
Please. All shields again.
Please. Shields. Oh, so close.
One attack.
You can actually roll defense.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
Whoa.
the good news is Jesse might win, but he's gonna feel bad for me.
No. It is on camera. I have rolled a D20. I've rolled a crit 1 5 times in a row on a gameplay video on camera. I do not feel bad for anyone.
Okay. Remember, in Townsfolk Tussle, when you took the weapon, like says, well, if you roll a 1, this will happen. You're like, that's gonna happen. The first roll was a 1. By the way, not on a 6-sided die, on like a 10-sided die or 8-sided die.
It was a D10.
In any case, that was my turn. Very productive.
My
It could have been.
is going to shoot at the reclaimed. Just 2 dice to attack with.
It's okay. I'm gonna roll an attack now. Okay.
2.
2. Well,
You
let's
flipped
see.
it. You didn't roll it. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And attack. Yep, there we go. The reclaimed is now. So now the first action I take with the reclaimed is flipping him back up, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, now my hypnotist is going to attack the bearer, which is also just 2 attack, but also plus vampire dice too. So,
Okay.
3.
1. So I lose a bearer card, correct?
Mhm.
Yep.
For my deck first.
Deck first.
Hand. If you
Well,
have it.
yeah. Okay. So I only have 1 card in my deck, so I'm gonna have to do the thing where I draw it by hand and look at it again. Nope, not that. So I guess I lose a bearer from over here. Okay. This is depressing. The worst part, by the way, is I can't even say, well, at least I got one of his guys. He self-sacrificed one of his guys.
I cannot wait to edit this gameplay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, if anything, you have to lose at least 3 subscribers just based off of how poorly you play games.
This is I'm going for the sympathy vote. Okay, so that was your turn, your full turn.
Mhm.
Okay, so it is my turn. I'm not liking this, as I've said a few times now. And
to be
I
fair,
have
I've never won a game on Quackalope, so I've never won. I've never won.
That is true.
So
even better. Your first one's against me. That is definitely what I want to hear. Okay, so I think given the situation at hand and given how terrified I am of anything working out in my favor at this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the experimenter, and I'm going to drop the experimenter down my discard pile to activate any number of reclaim that he can see.
Yep.
Now this is what's tricky. Can I draw a line from here to here? How do you draw that line tool?
Yeah,
I can see into the zone, right?
Yep,
Perfect.
that's right.
Okay, so I'm going to move them both in here. Whoops, I draw that. Oop, let go, and there we go. And then I'm going to give up my. Ooh, do I want to do that? Intriguing. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to change my order here. So I'm going to do that card second. I'm going to activate my butcher in that zone. And I'm going to flip my butcher face up and just attack you with 4 dice to your 3, I believe.
Nice.
3 plus
But
vampire
with
dice.
this, yeah, with the vampire die. Oh,
Wow.
Nice. Wow.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh, any one of these could have been a hit, and it would have been.
Oh my gosh. It is.
Like, Alex, you want to trade dice? You would have
It's
decimated
good.
me.
It's good. It's this good. Okay. With that new
Might
situation on the
beat
board.
my record for poor dice rolling.
Wow. I'm gonna stick with my action of using both these two to move them in here and calling that a day. The only reason I reordered my action is in case I actually potentially damaged someone and she retreated. But that is my turn.
Okay. Draw 4 now.
Have you, as a designer who has playtested this game and played this game a multitude of times, both probably in person and on TTS, ever seen dice rolling like this before, or is this a Quackalope special?
So this as far as like the totality of the game this is pretty epic. I will say I played this a couple of days ago with somebody, and one of us, I can't remember which one of us had Rutgar, but we missed like 3 rolls. Like it was like 3 rolls in a row with all shields. So it was weird. It was similar. Rutgar was similarly ineffective, but the rest of the game was not this aberrant.
My new goal is not to win. It's to roll and play so poorly that David has to rethink the game design choices of this game.
Listen, it's one of those. It's one of those dice elements. Like this is going to be a thing that we talk about for a while.
Oh, this is good. I want to see like massive edits, like on the Kickstarter page. Like we are reevaluating. We've seen the playtests. We're rethinking a diceless design.
Terrible.
Okay, so I believe it's your turn first. Successful.
Yeah, and I really want to see what those dread cards look like. So, my Imperial's attacking.
Now, to be fair, Alex, I think you could have mediated your poor dice luck with just better strategic play. But
I'll give you that to a degree.
You can't block. I mean, you can try to block.
The fact that that Dr. Kramer is alone at the very front, probably not the best decision.
Okay. So now these 2 cards with the dread, they go into my where? Discard?
Into your discard, yeah.
Okay, well, that's the least.
And so Dr. Kramer is removed because she's defeated, and then Rutgar he leaves when she leaves.
Okay. Now.
And remember, you can get rid of these. It would just take an action with the other card.
Now I will. I will go ahead and move my Unbroken. Actually, no. I'm going to attack with my Hypnotist. I'm going to attack your bear.
Okay, so I roll 3 dice, and this is when I get all attacks, I believe.
2 plus my Vampire.
Okay, I'm hoping, I'm praying. I want attacks. Oh, come
on.
There you go.
At this point, it's genuinely disappointing. Okay, that was 1 action.
Yep.
Oh, that was 2.
No, that was both my actions. Yeah. So
okay,
it's your
cool.
turn.
Okay, so decisions. I think I will start with an experimenter action against you. And I'm going to have both those attack your countess person. So I'm going to start with my first one, and I'm going to roll 3 dice here, and I got.
Oh my gosh!
Look at David. That's the look I want. That is the look I want. Okay, and I get to do another one because I have one more.
Oh.
Let's see if I even have to roll.
Close.
Get a damage.
You have at least a damage coming through.
You did it!
Tied.
You
You
did
win. Yeah.
Whoa! Yes.
And
I
now
knew.
I'm-
Oh.
Okay.
Search my deck.
Now you have a decision to make as to whether you're retreating or not.
You know, the good news,
No.
David, is the people that are watching to this point. So we have the first wave of people that watch the 10 to 15 minute mark to see if it's a game for them.
No,
then you have the people that are-
Jesse.
Yeah.
You always do a pre-camera thing at the beginning. You start by telling them, first of
Exactly.
all, watch this video. Timestamps to when you want to see all the dice rolls. You can literally timestamp every single one of my die rolls in a separate section.
But I'm saying at this point, we just have like the 500 or so people that just really love the gameplays we do, and they're just enjoying the ride.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
So a couple of things about the countess. So she's knocked down, right? She's not
Yep.
sated, and now she has the option, if she wanted to, she can go back to her coffin
Mm.
and heal up to 2 times.
I don't want to go back.
Cool. Well, if you're taking that strategy, then I am going to hit you with the butcher while I'm there.
Well, never mind. We're going back.
Okay. I just wanted to wait till he said something, and then once he said something, we're doing our 4 dice because we know how effective this can be.
There you go. There you go.
Ooh, the curse may be broken.
Now I don't know
Whoa.
where I can defend against that. So,
You
No, you can roll. You
get
can roll
triple.
6 shields.
You can get triple shields.
but
It's
you
unlikely.
Have 7, you have 7. Oh no, there's
Nope.
shields in there. Okay. So yeah, it's very unlikely.
Oh, we can talk about unlikely, but we know what unlikely looks like. Okay, and you lose another one, and you can again choose to return and heal 2.
Now I will go ahead and return and heal 2.
It's tempting.
Okay.
So she's basically all but unkillable. No, she's straight
Pretty
up
much.
unkillable.
If
But then you have to, like,
if the player wants to be, but it takes a lot of actions to get her up to where she
Yep.
was.
Whoa,
okay,
that's flying around.
now it's your turn.
Now, if she
Whew.
goes back there, does she flip or does she
Oh,
still
those-
have
those
to be
go into your
activated
discard.
to flip?
No, she starts flipped. Those 2 cards should go into your discard.
Oh, sorry. I'll find
That's
them.
okay. That's okay. No, she's face up.
I need to shuffle anyways. So,
She's going to be face up. Okay, cool.
which I mean that's still good. You got 2 of them out of my deck, so it still hurts a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then
No, they're back. What do you mean? They're back in your discard.
They're in my discard, but my deck has 12 cards still in it, so it's going to be a while
Hmm.
before I see those 2. So the odds of her activating are slim for now.
I mean, I appreciate the pity, but I feel like I have just
As-
returned to a state of there's still only 1 card that is out of the game, and it was a self-sacrifice.
As far as the board state goes, though, y'all are still tied.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I recognize that. Do you feel confident in your bet though?
Yeah, I'll raise it to 15 if you're willing to double down.
I am.
What do you think?
Fairly
What do you
certain.
think? Are you as the designer willing to go up to 15 on this?
Sure. Yeah,
Great.
absolutely. No
We're
limit.
at 15. We're at 15.
Okay. I'm attacking your
No
Baron.
limit. That sounds like a challenge.
Not doing anything. I'm very, very
Okay.
defensive. And then I will use my Unbroken to move here. And that's it. So now I will draw. Well, actually, no, you get to go now.
Okay. Yes, that is one of the consolation prizes I have.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Gallerist. Oh, 1 second. Fun fact: I successfully attacked you with my Butcher, which means I get a
yeah.
token.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Okay,
Good
and I'm
call.
gonna use my Caretaker, and that's why I remembered it, to flip this grave and put my
Oh.
next Unbroken over there.
Nice.
Very nice.
And then and then that's the and then part that I have to worry about. And then wow, your people are closing in there. I don't like them at all. Your sated character. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and I can't actually do that. Never mind. That's super annoying. Okay, so I think I'm going to take a step back with my bearer. That's who I have there. And then when it's a basic action, then activate a reclaimed, and I will flip my reclaimed face up.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll take an opportunity attack if you leave, though, from the.
Oh, I forgot that. There's a reason I do this
Oh.
stuff. And the hypnotist rolls. I'll take that. I'll take that risk. It's like,
Okay.
I mean, the dice work in my favor anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I'm going to roll my dice here.
Oh,
There you go. You've got this.
It's just one.
Boom.
Clean.
got it.
Clean.
The tide has turned.
Okay. Whew. That was my turn, and I believe we go to the next round.
Yes. Okay, so let's see here. My turn. I will use my. Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my hypnotist to lure you back in.
Oh, so he has to be able to see him, though.
Oh, you
I
can't
thought-
see me. Phew.
Can
Okay.
you see him? No, yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
you could.
Yep.
Yeah, line of sight's
That's-
good
Good
there.
call.
I was planning on that.
Yeah, no, good call. Good call.
And then I'll use my unbroken to
Oh,
go, hi,
boy.
it's getting crowded in here.
So
I
that's
don't
really
like
important.
you
If
at
he had
all.
moved down, that line of sight would have been
Right.
obstructed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Nice.
Intriguing.
I think he was
Okay.
trying to get out of he was tired of being shot by the devoted.
Yeah. I didn't think about I honestly just didn't think about it. That's what it is. Okay. And so it's my turn, and I think I'm going to take my caretaker and put my caretaker into my discard to move up one over here. And then my caretaker is going to walk. Now that I have line of sight, I'm going to discard my caretaker to pull my experimenter into my
Yeah.
discard.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, the board full of reclaimed here in a moment.
Yeah, I'm
Me
pivoting.
too.
I early game, I said I should switch to this strategy. I have been forced to, and so I will do what I need to do.
Okay, so now I will shoot at your bearer with my devoted again. Not that he's doing much, but I'll keep trying.
Okay. So I roll 3 dice.
Hmm.
You don't
have
even
to.
need to do it.
Okay, excellent.
And then I will also
There she is.
move my countess.
There she goes. There she goes again. Okay, my turn. Intriguing. I will, I believe, use my experimenter to activate or to pull in a bunch of tokens into the
Yep.
board. And then I will activate my experimenter again to basically move a horde
Here comes the army.
of tokens up the board.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
And now I understand why the artwork just has his hands like curled in this
Oh,
like,
yes.
dominant pose.
Remember how I said at the beginning of the game, I don't really resonate with this guy or identify with this guy? I have come around. Okay.
Yes.
Little horde of tokens. I'm just
Yeah.
set my 5th ones off to the side. Okay. We draw our cards. And I
Okay.
believe, sir, to you. So the good news for you is now I'm shuffling my deck for the first time since doing that thingamajiggy, which means at any point I could have 2 dread in my hand.
Hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to do I want to do that? Now I'm going to do unbroken, attack your bear.
Okay. My bearer. Okay, great. Ooh,
2.
Wow.
5 defense.
Nice. Okay. And I'll attack again.
Okay.
Do that again.
Just 2.
Oh,
Mm.
I win
2.
the tie though.
Oh, you
Oof.
won it anyway. Ties. Oh, come on. It
Yeah.
tilted so thematically. Okay, so that's my my dude over there. So I have to look through my deck over here.
I'm not even
And
damaged. I can't use my vampire heal.
okay. So look at this horde of cards over here.
And then, so he's
Yeah.
knocked down. Next thing I will do is move my hypnotist to right here.
So she will get the reclaimed.
Oh, she's still
Did
face
stand
up.
up,
I didn't realize
yeah.
she was,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. In that case, I will actually use him to attack the reclaimed.
So one thing, obviously, you don't have to do this or whatever, but just keep in mind that you could, with the hypnotist, move one of these two, which would generate opportunity attacks for these two.
Oh,
You can do that?
you can
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah. Because they're moving, they're forcing them to move, which generates opportunity attacks as normal.
In that
Nice.
case, I'm going to force.
Brutal. Yeah.
I'm going to force the bear to move. Now, even though he's stunned, I can still force him to move.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to force him to move right here. Why would I move him towards your base?
Oh, sorry. I just moved him myself. That's where I would move him.
I know that's where you want him to go.
Okay. So go
I
ahead.
want you to come towards me.
So which one are you attacking me first with?
The stronger one.
Okay. I'm
Oh.
rolling
So he
my
sees
dice.
like this frosty glaze goes over his eyes, and he just starts wandering off a little bit.
Now, but I don't get my double attack for her because it's only when I'm doing a melee attack. It's not a attack of opportunity, so I don't get the double attack, right?
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
I rolled 1 defense. You're pretty good there.
I don't know.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. I will search my deck again. And I believe, yes, I'm correct. I'm out of there in my deck, which means I'm drawing from this pile here. My bear is going away.
Ooh.
It's okay. I got this.
Well, one thing's for sure, you're gonna have a super lean deck with your experiment.
Oh, I know. I've played both War Chest and Undaunted. I know how it does. It does give you an interesting catch mechanic in the very game design.
Yeah.
The problem is at that point you basically have no chances to screw up. Okay,
Yeah,
and I
that's
believe now. Does he still get a second attack?
He doesn't get another one with her, but did the hypnotist
Okay.
take an attack himself?
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, he should get one.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my dice defensively. He says using that word wrong.
You don't have to worry about it. Didn't
Oh,
do
that's
any
good
damage.
because I rolled nothing. Oh, I know. I rolled 2
Same here.
shields. I lied. I rolled 2 shields. I missed that.
Yeah, you're clean.
I drank
Okay.
your blood, but I didn't do damage to you.
Cool. There we go. So now, I believe it's my turn.
Yes.
Now, reclaimers, the reclaimed can also take objective tokens, correct?
Yeah, you can have them take it.
Perfect. Not that I'm asking for any particular reason.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No. A reclaim can only take a move or melee. Rutger
Oh,
but they
darn
can
it.
only move or melee. Yep.
I miss Rutgar. I remember the good old days.
So I wanted to get rid of him.
Okay,
He was pretty
so
strong.
this is intriguing. Intriguing. So that is the decisions I have in front of me. Okay, I think I'm comfortable with that. I don't like it at all. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and with a 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and with my caretaker. No, not my caretaker. I lied. Ignore anything I just did there. With my experimenter, I'm going to go ahead and move up 1. And then with my experimenter, I'm going to go ahead and move all these people. 1, 2.
Rise, my children.
Exactly. That is the voice I have in my head too. 3, 4. Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay. So I'm going to play a hypnotist. Move him here.
And remember, she'll get an opportunity attack.
That time
Oh,
I'm
okay.
actually going to.
Okay.
I'm going to gamble and go with it.
So I will roll my 3 dice.
Mhm.
And I got 2 attacks.
Ooh, that's a hit.
But it's high, so you win. So I
Okay.
get knocked
And you're no longer
down.
sated.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if you have one in your hand, it'll have to come out of there first. But
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any in my hand, so there might not even be any in my deck. But there is one in my deck. Okay.
Losing that sated's pretty big, though.
It really
It
is.
is a big deal.
Okay. And then my next move will be move my Imperial up to here.
Okay. My turn.
Yep.
Are you in any way worried about my army here?
Not really.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to start by using my experimenter
That game.
to move 1 up here, 1 up here, 1 over here, and 1 over here. And I'm going to follow that with taking initiative.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh,
shoot.
oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go.
A lean deck is coming into play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Cool. Because that
I mean-
gamble didn't work at all.
I'm not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my butcher to walk up one.
Good. That was worth first player marker.
Don't give me your snark,
You know, it'd be even
Quackalope.
more worth it if you moved twice.
Nope. Honestly, twice would not be bad given the board state, but I can't. And so I think the caretaker is going to take her first action. And I don't have any experimenter cards. I have a caretaker card. I can give another caretaker card to my deck. I don't want to. I have a butcher card I can't take. I'm going to get rid of a dread card from my hand. Oh wait, no, that's not how it works. I did it wrong. Okay.
Yeah, you would have to do
It's
that.
any other character. Any firefighters. Okay. So don't pretend you didn't see anything. And then the caretaker then is going to move up one. Okay. Your turn.
Okay, let's see here. I will move my devoted over to here. And then give my, actually, I'm going to shoot one of the
Okay.
claimed.
I'll roll my dice, move these out of the way. And I got 2 attack.
I just got to do
Probably
it.
not going to work for you.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Attack. Okay. Now it's your turn.
I will go ahead and give up the dread card to basically give up an action.
Mm.
Okay. And then I will take my caretaker. And my caretaker.
So
Go
the
ahead.
caretaker would have to take the action to get rid of the dread card. Like that's her action. And then
So
you
I
move.
basically give up 2 cards for each dread
Yep,
card.
that's right. Yeah.
Okay. I'm cool with
I
that.
mean, now the other option is she could take an action and you just play the dread card and
Yeah. No, guys. Nope. I would rather get rid of the dread
how to
card.
get rid of it permanently out of your deck or not.
In order to keep it from cycling.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Especially considering
you got a lean
the
deck.
one advantage I have
Right.
is my lean deck.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
So now I will move my unbroken forward.
She'll
And-
take an opportunity attack too, though.
Oh, that's right. Maybe I don't want to do that then.
If you hit her, she'll be stunned, and then she
Yeah.
wouldn't generate those.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I don't. My unbroken does not have very good defense at all.
Okay, so you're attacking me?
Yeah.
I have a solid 2 defense.
4.
Wow.
And I could attack again, but it doesn't really matter because
Yeah.
Yeah. There's exactly. She's even more knocked down.
yeah. And then I will use my countess to move over here.
Okay.
And time to draw up again.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Well, the good news is I have perfect information on what's in my hand. Okay. So, and it's my turn, right?
Yes.
It is.
So my experimenter, this is actually going to be a fun turn. And by fun, I mean it's either going to go horribly wrong or be enjoyable in that sense, or it'll be actually fun. My experimenter is going to activate, moving this guy forward, and flipping this person and attacking with this person.
Who are you
Okay.
attacking?
Now that's what I need to look at. I need to look at your stats. Who do you have there? That's your hypnotist and your
They have the same defense.
hypnotist and your imperial.
Yeah, the hypnotist is a little bit weaker because he's not sated right now.
Okay, so I think I will go ahead and take out the imperial because I'd rather get rid of that stated. So I'm going to roll 3 dice to your 3 dice. Fortune
my
favoring
vampire dice.
bold. Yep.
2.
Okay.
Boom.
There you go.
Okay. And you're no longer sated.
Yep.
Okay. Then, with my
It's a
second
big
action,
deal.
I'm going to play another experimenter. And I get 4 attacks.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no.
Good.
And now I'm going to start with your hypnotist because I really hate him. Okay. So attack 1 is against your hypnotist. 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Tide is turning, my friend. I shouldn't say that until all my attacks are done.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
4.
High, but
That's 4.
that's 4. Okay, that's 1 out of 4. I got 3
Yeah.
left. Attacking again. That's 2 attacks. That's
oh
4.
my
Hypnotist.
lord.
Okay. Attack number 3. I hate this game. 1 attack. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so 1 hypnotist card gone. And then I will be attacking again with my last time against hypnotist again.
Okay.
And 5 attacks.
Oof.
Boom.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. And that is my turn.
The horde has arrived.
Whew. Okay. I have good news and I have bad news. I like this game. Don't put that on the page. Now I just have to decide whether I'm getting rid of War Chest or Undaunted. Well, this game does everything that in those genres, but I like the interplay. What this one has that I really appreciate is the interplay. It's more complicated off the bat, but the interplay once you get it going is very intriguing.
Broken's
Yeah,
moving.
and there's obviously they won't let me talk about any of the stretch goal stuff, but there's tons of.
Oh, I'm sure
juicy
there's stuff.
So
I mean,
No,
I've met
this is coming
Kickstarter.
out pretty
Yeah.
close to the launch. You might as well talk about all of it. I mean, why not just tell us everything?
I think about it, like it's interesting because both Undaunted and War Chest to me are very. I enjoy them both so much when I play them. But there's only room for like even with the 2 of them, I often debate should I only have 1. But yeah,
sure. Yeah.
3 of them would just be too much. And then you're going to do a whole line of these games. That's just craziness. Potentially, assuming it does well. But
Yeah.
I think it'll do well. I mean, after all, on the Kickstarter page, you so far have a quote saying, "I don't like this game at all. I hate it." And
Yeah.
then Quackalope's like, "I'm not getting this game."
I mean, genuinely, I think it would be pretty creative marketing
Yes.
That's true.
for
That's
both
true.
of us to have those quotes on that page. Like, people recognize our names, so.
This game is horrifying.
Horrifying, terrifying.
Okay, where are we up to? You took your turns?
Yep, I
Oh,
moved.
great. Okay. I am going to go ahead and discard my Caretaker card to get rid of my second Dread card.
Nice.
You know, what I'm enjoying at this moment is the fact that there's been a degree of push and pull on both sides,
Yes.
and I haven't seen those battle lines fall apart.
Yes,
Like-
there's a very specific reason I waited till a very specific time before saying
Yeah.
I've decided I like this game.
Yeah.
I like it a lot when a game has that push and pull, when it's not so clear, like, okay, great, you're winning now it's over.
Yep.
Okay, I'm attacking one of your reclaimed.
1, I got 4 of them. Do your worst.
Because strategically, Alex has been miserable, but he's still in it, which is surprising.
Yeah.
And I got an attack.
So one of them is flipped
Okay.
over. And then my Countess will move forward.
Okay. And I believe that takes us to the next round. And shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And draw 4 cards. Excellent. Okay. Let's head on into this. So I'm going to drop an experimenter. Same trick, nothing new you've seen, nothing you haven't seen before. Although that's not true. That's not true at all. Oh no, that is true. Darn it. Okay, never mind. I had a thing in my head, but I'm not going to tell you because that's not as much fun. Actually, no, I am going to tell you because of line of sight rules. Okay, so I was just drawing a line between where my experimenter is and here, realizing that I can move a bunch of people in here and ignore your people because your people are currently down. So I'm going to activate this one face up, presents a threat over there, move these 3 over here, and then I'm going to play a second experimenter.
Oh no.
And then with this one, we're going to start with the low stakes.
Buddy.
Low stakes first. With this one over here, I'm attacking. Actually, I'm not going to attack him. I want your people spread thin. I'm going to attack your Imperial.
Okay.
So I'm rolling 3 dice over here. Let me just drag these to a set region over here. And then pick them up and roll.
You're
One.
definitely
On a 1.
one defense.
That's yours.
Three.
That's yours.
Okay.
Every day of the week.
Drop an Imperial card.
Search. Nothing there.
Okay, and now with the high stakes attack, I'm starting 1 attack against your devoted. So I got 3 attacks here. 1 goes against your devoted with 3 hits,
Boom.
and that's boom. Your devoted is now face down. A second one will be against your devoted.
You're attacking so much. Geek is having a hard time keeping
Okay.
up.
And that's another 2.
Okay, I gotta hold on a second. I gotta roll dice.
Yep.
2. Nope, I'm defended.
There it is.
Oh, you
No,
defended?
yeah,
Okay.
that won't
I got
work.
one more. And 1 hit.
1.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm cool with this turn. It's all good. Okay. And that's now your turn.
Okay. Now, kind of sad you took that out of my hand though, because that could have done some cool stuff. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna play my Unbroken, claim this.
Yep.
Then we will play Countess.
Now 1 more is all you need, right?
Right. That's right.
I'd rather not remind him of that.
Move there.
Or our viewers for that matter. Can we just cut it after that last attack? Like this game
I think
is
so.
a feel for
I think so.
Undire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
done.
my turn. Okay. I believe so. This is the situation I have here. You're over there. I think I want to. Do I want to risk it? That's the problem. I think I do actually. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play a caretaker to walk over to you over here, and play a second caretaker to attack you with a measly 2 dice. But if it's even an opportunity to take away your satedness.
Mhm.
And I have 1 hit, which is not encouraging.
Oh.
2 defense. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. See, I'll just tell you strategically. The reason I was comfortable with that is, worst case scenario, you just end up attacking me back next turn, and I have a leaner deck.
That's true.
So go ahead, do your worst.
Okay. Now I will.
That's what I was waiting for. Yeah.
Oh no, no,
Yes.
Yep.
no.
Yes. He slipped right in there.
And
Excellent.
then
Oh,
There you go. There you
Oh
go.
no.
Yeah.
This is not how it works.
This
This
is
ended 3 minutes
the
ago. I thought we agreed on that.
Showcase has come to an end.
Oh, come on.
You can have all the undead
Beautifully
bodies
done.
you want marching across the land. Doesn't change the numbers.
Okay.
Okay. So
You get what you need?
You're asking me before it's my turn?
I was asking successful.
I mean, he needs to attack me, so he needs to have at
Yeah.
least 2 cards to even have a chance.
I've still got $15 on him.
So are you ready?
No.
Are you
Go
ready
ahead. I'm ready.
for shenanigans?
Shenanigans. Go ahead. Shenanigans me up.
Mhm.
Sacrifice a devoted. Make my hypnotist sated.
But you're
Okay.
oh nice. Okay, good.
And
And then you
then-
can move me out of the
Oh
range.
yeah. Yeah.
Smart.
Oh.
Yep, very
So
smart.
I'm
I like
gonna
it.
move-
Okay.
I'm gonna
Now
move you to
this-
this one because the line of sight dot's right here.
Why are you being all strategic like that?
And because you're moving out, I get to attack you.
Nice.
And no longer blocks it from control for the Countess.
1,
2, 3.
3
okay.
hits.
I can work with that. Nope, I can't. I'm dead.
Mm.
And
Okay.
I lose a card from my hand, which is not
Uh-huh.
good. Okay,
Okay, your turn.
my turn. Okay. My problem is the experimenter has a very different skill set, and none of it revolves around actually doing what I want here. Okay. Okay.
I mean, look, if you can get a quick rewrite of the rules, I'm okay approving it.
Hmm. None of this is working for me. So 1 second. So you moved me out. You got a line of attack, which means you still probably have one of her in your hand, or do you
Hopefully.
not? That's the question. Do I want to
Yeah.
gamble? Gambling seems like a big mistake, right? Okay.
Oh.
Fine. What are the odds of me
Okay.
having you took so many cards?
You know
on
what?
my-
You know what?
I've
You know what?
been
You know what?
gambling this entire game.
I'm going to gamble. I'm going to gamble. Okay, if you're going to do this right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to walk forward. I'm going to walk with the experimenter over to here. Okay. And drop that card over here. I think it's a horrible mistake, by the way, just for the record, but I'm going to do it. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I'll do better than that. Okay. Just I'm going to do this. Okay. Then I'm going to play my caretaker to take initiative back.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. No, it doesn't work actually. It doesn't even work. It's all good. Then I'm going to play my butcher to go forward 1 over here. And then I'm going to play my experimenter to move forward 1 over here. And then just hope you don't have any cards that I want that you like.
Oh, that's the game.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah. I figured.
It's right there.
You helped me with that because you took out all those hypnotist cards and the devoted cards and stuff. I had to reshuffle in that time, so that left me with a bunch of countess cards.
All right. All right, guys.
That's unfortunate.
For the people that like skip towards a final thoughts section of this, if assuming I did timestamps, which I very rarely do, unlike Alex, a BoardGameCo, who should totally go check out. Guys, what are your thoughts? Because I've got some initial impressions. I definitely have some questions to ask that that the designer is going to tactively avoid because he cannot give too much information on what they have prepared for the Kickstarter. But what are our initial impressions?
Who wants to go first?
You can go first.
Cool. Okay, so I walked in. I mean, I'll be frank. I walked in basically seeing once we got the rule set.
You're normally Alex.
I'm
but
normally
I'm glad you're going to be frank this time.
Oh my God, you're not even a dad. Okay, so I walked into this as soon as we got the rule set. My impression was that's nice, but I have War Chest and Undaunted. I don't know if I need to drop money on another Kickstarter that does the same basic genre of game. And I like it. I like it a lot. The back and forth is very interesting. The fact, like you commented already, Jesse, the fact that you can have that push and the pull, and the fact that even in defeat, look at my setup. Look at how my guys are all close to the markers available. That butcher can easily get that next turn. My experimenter can easily pop that up, and you can hit him, and he doesn't even matter. I have the cards for it. Even within the end, and watch, I try to spin the narrative that I basically almost won, but I almost won. I almost won this game.
Well, and I have a question that ties into that very well because we are playing on TTS, which is 30% longer and 30% worse. So from the designer's perspective, from your playtesting, from what you've seen when it comes to this game on the table, what is the average run of this game? How long should it typically last?
Sorry. Yeah. So if players have played before, so your first play is probably going to take close to an hour, but if you've played before, probably like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And I'm intrigued at the fact that we haven't even talked about any of the other modes. I mean, honestly, when I first saw this, I was less interested in the 2-player mode and more interested in the cooperative /solo. But the 2-player, and the reason for that specifically is I have a personal pet peeve against 2-player games in the sense that so often you have to really learn the nuances of things, and it can ultimately come down to who played more often. But I think this is simple enough. It's a little overwhelming at first, the information, but like even with my first game, like 10 minutes in, I was like, oh, the experimenter, I should have been trying that strategy. And I may have also done myself a disservice by too heavily tackling one strategy at a time instead of branching out. Like I thought Successful was doing himself a disservice when he went for basically everything. And I don't know if everything is the right move either, but maybe 2 things. Maybe a 2-pronged approach so you can be strong in 2 areas, not giving your opponent one clear area to take down. Overall, I appreciate the tactical choices here. And like you said, Jesse, I appreciated all that while playing with tokens, which are at best, and on Tabletop Simulator.
This is by far the worst way to approach this game.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Initially, I thought I would. Once we had the rules, I was skeptical, but I like it.
Successful Geek, where's your head on this?
Yeah, I walked into this having no idea what to expect. I just knew it was Shroud versus the Grievers, and that's about all I knew. But I had a lot of fun. I was completely like flying by the seat of my pants the entire time. Like, this seems like a good idea. Then this seems like a good idea. And over time, strategies developed, and then those strategies got swept away, and then new strategies developed and stuff like that. And so like, it's really cool. Like, even if you get destroyed with the first thing, how the deck handles it and adjusts to new strategies works very, very well for me. I thought that was really, really cool.
I think this is interesting because I think it is easy to approach. I think it is easier to approach than War Chest is in a lot of ways. Like there's that deck building element because you're working from that core kind of cohesive unit of troops. you kind of can see the pathways towards strategy that you want to play with. But then when it comes to the actual board state and how you're pushing back and forth and how you're able to take time to build and really ram up against each other, I think there's a nice reward in that. Two of the areas where, and I don't know if you have it planned for this Kickstarter or not, I literally have no information on your Kickstarter, but two of the areas that I'd like to see either with this project or down the road as you start expanding the framework of this, of course, I would like to see more variability when it comes to your leader cards and when it comes to the troops that you have on hand. Just giving me more of an opportunity to play around with how I'm pairing up everyone that's on the board, because I think that's where the charm is really going to set in. Like, I want to see how these cards all interact with each other. And then also, because you're setting this up sort of like, I mean, this has got a little bit of a... is it called a MOBA? What's that called when you're moving down lanes specifically?
It does have that. It's called MOBA. It does have that feel.
It's got an
especially because
element
I have
of that.
minions.
It's got an element of that, especially with the tactical minion. And I didn't expect that when I came into it. And so from that side of things, I would love to, in this or in the expansions that you have, potentially planned down the road, I'd love to see more variation when it comes to the map, the terrain I'm playing with, and more interaction when it comes to the board state specifically. I really liked how the Gravedigger was digging up locations, adding defense, and bringing on their minions through that source. I want to see more play in that area. This is cool. I mean, I had a lot of fun paying attention to this.
Yeah, and also in hindsight, like another strategy that's unlocking, as you just said, that is if you go heavy on Gravediggers, that could be a very heavy defensive strategy to lock a few in different graves so it can be defense.
Absolutely.
It's huge.
Yeah, the Gravedigger is one of those pieces in playtests that you're like, when you're playing against the Gravedigger and the Gravedigger's on the control spot, you're like, well, I'm just not even going to go for that one because it's almost impossible, right? It's like having Rutger sit on a spot or whatever.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking. I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go there. Like,
just avoid it.
Doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah. I think if you want to see more leaders, more factions, more boards, more scenarios, then you'll be happy.
Cool. That's as much of a hint as I wanted.
Yeah. Because I mean,
because when you think about it, like even this board, same layout with the lines and stuff. If the terrain pieces move, then it changes everything because it changes line of sight and stuff, and that line of sight affects so many things. I really like the dots indicate the line of sight. I think it's
your
really
line
cool.
of sight mechanic in this. And there's a lot that's good right here, but I think in terms of like stuff I've never seen before, your line of sight mechanic here is really, really cool. Actually, like I like both how it visually integrates into the map, but also the application of it. It's clearer than most hexagonal line of sight units that I use. Genuinely.
Yeah, and for me, my favorite part of it is not even just the line of sight, but how it's like barely even relevant to attacking and far more significant to certain abilities.
Yeah. This has been fun.
Yeah.
It has been fun.
Yeah. We one of our, like when Trevor and I are working on a game design, one of the things we don't like is like fiddly stuff, like physically fiddly stuff, fiddly mechanics, and that kind of. And so when we knew we had to have a line of sight system, we wanted to go as straightforward, as simple to resolve as possible. For sure.
I think you've done a good job on it.
Yeah.
This is cool. I'm excited we got a chance to take a look at this. We mentioned it on the podcast like 3 weeks ago, Alex. You brought it in. We didn't really know what we were talking about, and then we actually got a chance to play it and test it out and see what you were excited about.
Yeah. I'm sticking with my original quote though.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll stand by. Look. When they're watching this video, double checking before we go live and everything. Good marketing strategy would facilitate them adding in the quote from Quackalope, "I'm glad I'm not playing this game," and from BoardGameCo.
I can't remember the exact words, but we have this recorded. But I hate it. I don't want this game. I don't like anything about this game. Any versions thereof.
It was some variation on that. In fact, I'm open to the publisher playing with your words specifically.
Yeah.
Just to fit whatever the page theme wants.
I'm down for it.
Thank you guys for joining. Successful Geek, thank you so much for honoring and maintaining Quackalope's dignity here. Listen, we had a bet going. I'll let you know my PayPal information for that $15 that we negotiated throughout the course of this. I really appreciate you engaging in this type of business with me. If you ever want to play one of your games again with any of my fans, I'm happy to do so. But genuinely. Genuinely, thank you so much for taking the time to make this possible. And BoardGameCo, Alex, thank you for joining. Thank you for losing. and we will.
When
we'll
I
see
do my
you in the
whole
next
should you
one.
back on this, I'm not even going to mention I played it.
Don't worry. I'll come. I'll come and mention it in the channel. So,
All right. All right, everyone watching. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching. Subscribe to any number of channels, whether it's Successful Geeks channel, BoardGameCo's channel, or mine. Whatever the case, whatever you do, remember to do the important thing. Get out and play some games, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.